Good evening, my fellow Jamaicans. To those of you reading my social media posts and listening to my YouTube videos, you may be wondering who is Kenneth George-Dill and why is he so interested in what is happening in the Cockpit Country. I am a Jamaican not by naturalization. I was born and raised in Jamaica. My youthful years were spent on a farm in rural St. Mary when nature ruled supreme. From a very young age, I bonded with nature. The forests, the birds, the rivers, the insects, and the trees were my teachers. I am a child of the earth. And seeing the Cockpit Country threatened by protagonists of greed who have no interest in conserving nature's marvels and the natural environment leaves me deeply wounded in spirit, and I am prepared to die fighting for the preservation of the Cockpit Country. I will not be silent. The threat of bauxite mining in the Cockpit Country of Jamaica is a grave injustice, and I will continue to cry out until this danger is removed. I will forever be calling upon the Jamaican people, the sands of the seashore, the towering mountains, and the lush forests to join me in this outcry. I will speak to the Government of Jamaica, to the Caribbean, to the world at large, until my voice echoes across every corner of this earth. It is incomprehensible that our government could willingly sacrifice such a precious treasure as the Cockpit Country. This is not just a piece of land, it is a sanctuary of biodiversity, a cradle of history, and a lifeline for countless communities. To hand it over to foreign companies, entities that see Jamaica not as a home, but as a resource to exploit, is to betray the very soul of our nation. Jamaica's economy thrives on tourism, a sector that relies heavily on the island's natural beauty and resources. Yet our government is willing to sacrifice 40% of the island's water supply, a resource vital not only to our people, but to the visitors who sustain our economy. This decision is not just short-sighted, it is a betrayal of the very essence of Jamaica. Prime Minister Andrew Holness, I would like to remind you of your own words when you said that in every decision you make, you prioritize the interests of Jamaica. Today, I challenge you to prove this to the world and to the Jamaican people. As a Jamaican elected by Jamaicans, it is within your authority to act in the best interest of your nation. Save the Cockpit Country from the ravages of bauxite mining. These companies have no interest beyond bleeding our land for profit. They do not see the beauty of the Cockpit Country, nor do they hear the whispers of the ancient trees, or the songs of the rivers, or the call of the aquifers. They do not understand the cultural and ecological significance of this land, nor do they care for the generations of Jamaicans who depend on it for their survival. But we, yes, we the people of Jamaica, we understand, we see, we hear, and we care. And we will not stand by idly while our heritage is stripped away. We will raise our voices in unison louder and louder until they cannot be ignored. We will fight for the Cockpit Country, not just for ourselves, but for our children and for the world that looks to Jamaica as a beacon of natural beauty and resilience. To the Jamaica Labour Party and all other political parties in Jamaica, I say to this: listen to your people, protect the Cockpit Country, do not let short-term gains blind you to long-term consequences. The world is watching you, and history will judge you by your actions. To my fellow Jamaicans, I say, stand with me. Let us be the guardians of our land, the protectors of our heritage, and the champions of our future. Together, we can ensure that the Cockpit Country remains a symbol of Jamaica's strength and beauty for generations to come. I am Kenneth George-Dill, a concerned Jamaican.